Hey everybody, welcome to today's live stream. Hope you're all doing good today. I'm pretty excited because today we are going to be casting some more of those epoxy floor chips. This time we're doing the neon fluorescent colors. I think it's going to be pretty sweet. So let me switch views and show you what these things look like. They are nuts. Whoa. Look at this. Look at this craziness. These things are so bright I got to wear shades. I don't know if that's coming on. Pick it up. It can't even pick it up. Well, anyway, you guys get the point. We got orange, we got neon green, and we got neon blue. So that's what we're going to cast today. And we're going to do it a little bit different than the last time that we did it. So the first time we did these floor chips, we did it in the single blank molds. And this time what I want to do is I want to just dump it into a big brick. You guys might have remembered last time I was kind of complaining about the cutting, that these things were a little bit abrasive on a table saw blade. So you may be wondering, why the heck would you want to stick it in a brick and have to cut it a million times? And the reason is because I'm testing out some different blades. I can't remember who suggested it, but I did end up picking up a couple of triple chip blades, triple chip grind saw blades. And I'm going to show you this. I got two of them. I'm doing testing. I'm not saying that these things work better yet. I'll be doing a video down the road about all this with my findings. And I also have another blade that I'm waiting for. But you might notice, I don't know if this is really going to work so well to show you guys, but let's see, is it going to pick it up? I don't know if you can, this is really not a, I can't get the manual angle, but anyway, this blade does not have the alternating tooth bevel where there's like, on the edge of the tooth, there's like a point on each opposite one. This one's kind of ground down, like it's got kind of cuts on it, and then it's got like a flat tooth. So it's a little bit different, and this blade basically, the short of it is, this is a solid surface cutting blade, so Corian countertops. That's what this blade is kind of being marketed as, why you would buy this thing. And so Corian is a very abrasive material. And I've tried cutting it with the normal blades that I use, and it pretty much dulls it right away. So I'm hoping that maybe for really abrasive materials, these blades may work better. So that's a long story to explain why I want to actually create a brick of this stuff, and then I want to, cut. I got a couple different blades. I got an Amana and a Freud, and I have one from Forrest that's on the way. That one, to be honest, that may actually take months to get. I don't know. There was some kind of crazy waiting period on blades from them, so we'll see when that comes. But so far, I've been fairly impressed with the longevity. I have cut a couple of abrasive materials with the Freud blade, and it didn't seem to like just kill it right away, dull it right away. So it's going to be kind of an interesting experiment. Last time when I did cut this stuff, it dulled my normal saw blade fairly quick. It wasn't horrible, but it's not something that I would want to be cutting bricks and bricks of. Because I'd be just going through blades. So anyway, there's a couple of different things going on with the reason why we want to do this, but frankly, I just want to see what these stupid chips look like because they're so crazy colors. So let me stop and see what you guys are up to. See what's happening. We just got done with the Patreon live Q&A hangout at 2 o'clock. So for anybody if you're getting into resin casting and you wanted, I don't know, you're running into some issues where you have questions and you want to get some help, we do a weekly Q&A for patrons at the $5 and up level. And so it's something that I really wanted to be there and have, be accessible, like live, where if somebody's having issues or has questions or just wants to talk about, something that they may be coming up with, that's why we do those weekly things. And we also just kind of hang out and, chat. But it's mainly for, being there live. So check out Patreon if that sounds like something that you might be interested in. Patreon.com/ResinWorksStudio. That's my page. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to scroll. Kind of caught what was going on before we started a little bit. You guys were just kind of chatting away. Sorry it was so late starting today. I wasn't entirely sure what we were going to do. And I thought this would be kind of cool because I am playing with those blades. Tim, woot, I made it. I love it. Welcome to the stream. Like nothing seen in nature. I know. Oh, the storm's out in Oklahoma. Oh, man. Yeah, hunker down. I'm glad you could make it. Neon big hair. I know. We need to make some kind of like a big hairband guitar with this stuff. That'd be cool. Sorry, I'm just reading to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay, I don't think I missed anything. Mark, you're checking in. No, you're not late. You just started going. You know, we just started things. Oh, by the way, Jen, your pen blank is on its way to you. Kind of forgot about that for a minute. So here they are. We got some fluorescent epoxy chips. We got blue, we got green, we got orange. It's going to be kind of fun. And like I said, we got some other little testing things, some little side testing going on. Testing out triple chip grind saw blades to kind of see how they hold up a little bit. It might be a good answer. Just to let you guys know a little bit about what I've found so far. Again, nothing that I have no conclusions necessarily. The one thing that I did notice, those blades that I bought were 72 teeth. The forest blade, I have a forest blade on the way, and that thing's a 40 tooth, but I don't know when I'm going to get it. So we'll see. But the one drawback to these 72 teeth blades is you really don't need that many blades or teeth to cut any of these things. I mean, 40 is fine. The main thing is I'm interested in that tooth geometry to see if it will be a little bit longer lasting between sharpenings on some of these more abrasive materials. For anything normal, just resin blanks, you don't need anything special. You don't need more teeth. You don't need triple chip grinds. You don't need any of that stuff. Just a normal 40 tooth combination blade will work fine. I've been using those for 10 years. The problem that I run into is when you're doing something, these epoxy chips are a little bit more abrasive. Stabilized materials can be, pine cones can be, aluminum sometimes could be a little bit more abrasive. I found that I was just cutting the mystery box folks. I did the rosebuds. Those seem to be more abrasive. I mean, it kind of dulled my blade pretty quick. So there's certain things that just kind of tend to dull blades really quick. And because of the way that I normally do, pen blanks, I'll make a brick and then I'm putting like 4 cuts per blank on these things. So there's 6 blanks, 4 cuts each. We're talking 24 cuts. And if it's a super abrasive material, it may be done halfway through that brick. So it just makes it not worth me doing. But if I can find a blade that's going to hold up a little bit better, it might be worth, swapping blades out when I'm, going to be cutting something that's a little bit more, abrasive. So I just want to let you guys know, that video will be coming down the road, but I'm not doing anything. I have no conclusions about any of this stuff so far. I've cut a few things. I haven't really cut a lot of abrasive things. So I'm very interested in the epoxy floor chips brick that we're going to do. And I'm waiting for a blade that may take, I don't know how long to get. They're way backlogged at Forest. So, oh yeah, you're welcome, Jen. I can't wait to see what's going on. There's an echo in here. Yeah, I know. Fun cup. I didn't say fun cup. All right, let's see here. What was the echo? Oh, there it is. There's an echo. I see what's going on. All right, cool. So one other thing that I want to mention about this casting and the way that I'm going to be doing this. So last time we did it in these single slots, and that worked fine. That was great. But the drawback or the issue that I had was, we dumped a bunch of these chips into a cup, mixed it up, and then dumped it out into these slots. Well, the problem is what I found was a lot of the chips came out in the first 3, and then you kind of had not a lot of chips in the last 2. And it makes it somewhat difficult to, well, you can estimate how many chips you're going to need to fill 3/4 inch or 7/8 or whatever. tall in each one of those slots, but you're not necessarily going to get an even amount coming out of the cup when you pour it like that. So I actually think that pouring a brick of this stuff is going to be way easier, because I'm just going to dump in some chips. I'm going to know that it's 7/8, pour that into a cup full of resin, mix it around, dump it out, and once I have everything in the brick, I know that it's going to be what I want, right? So this is an easier way to do it, I think, at least for me. But then you got to cut them. And so that's my drawback here. So I'm actually kind of excited about this. I think it'll be pretty fun. So with all that said, let's get started here. We're going to use Alumilite Clear Slow today. One thing I do want to mention, for anybody that is an Alumilite Clear user, if you like the pumps, you may not like the new pumps, because I don't. You might see I usually use pumps on these things, and the pumps that they used to have worked pretty well. I was very used to them, and I was happy with them. I don't know if this is a short-term thing or what, but the new pumps suck. They are absolutely horrible. You can see there's a thing. You need this cap because it just constantly leaks. And so I think at this point, if they're going to continue using these pumps, I think that if that's the only things that are available from Alumilite or wherever, if I can't find a better pump somewhere, I don't know that I could even recommend anybody buy pumps anymore, because I mean, it made a mess everywhere in the, I don't know. And they can be a little bit slower and all that kind of stuff. So just want to warn you, you might, and plus those pumps are pretty expensive. So just to let you know. All right, so I'm thinking here, what I want to do today, I know that we can't really get a lot of super chat folks, like options going. I want to do a mix of all three of these colors in the first one, and then just go with clear resin. And then we're going to do another batch. So we're going to do two. Where we can kind of get a little creative is I want to do another batch with, I think, black resin. So dye the resin black and then put these chips in there, and then see what that looks like when we, like in the final thing. So those are the two things that we're going to do today. I think it'll be kind of neat to see the difference between that. Obviously, just going with clear resin with a bunch of these chips is going to be pretty cool, but maybe having a little bit of that color in there might be pretty cool too. So let's see here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a mold that doesn't have any mold release on it. I don't think it matters that much, but what I want to do is I want to fill this thing with a bunch of these chips up to 7/8. So I'm going to actually put a mark in this thing at about maybe 7/8, maybe an inch, somewhere around there, just to kind of know where I'm at. All right, so I just put a little bit of a mark. It's like basically between 7/8 and an inch. And then I'm just going to dump a bunch of chips in. It's not a big deal if we have these things totally mixed like right now. I'm going to dump them out of this mold anyway and mix them up a bit. All right, so I think that should be enough chips. It may compact a little bit, so let's add just a little bit more, because there's kind of going to be some air in between these things. So let's definitely hit it up to the inch level. All right, I think that ought to be good. Should be enough chips. And then what I'm going to do is put this in a cup for now. Hopefully I can get it out of here without spilling it all over the place. Let's see, what would be the easiest way to do that? Maybe try and kind of cover that thing. I got a piece of cardboard right here. Let's see if this works. What do you guys think about this? Oh, yeah. Oh man, it's just not working. Okay, so let's see here. I guess I'm just gonna have to, I don't want to lose all of our chips, you know? A little bit of spillage, that's okay. Not a lot though. Not okay. Okay, that's not too bad, huh? Okay, so we got our chips measured out. Now, the question is, how much resin are we really going to need? And I think that we're going to lean towards, so that mold is going to hold about 540 grams for me to get a 1-inch blank out of it. It's about 5 by 6. So 540, maybe 550 grams. We might want to add a little bit extra. So why don't we put, why don't we try, because I haven't done this before. Let's maybe try, I think I'm just going to mix up 500 grams. That's probably going to be way too much, but I think that it's a better idea to go with 500 and have a little extra, and then we can put the extra, if we have any, possibly. We'll have to see how this all works out. These things just don't want to come off this silicone mat. We can put it in the fun cup. We can maybe add some different color to it or something. All right, so here's my little notebook. So number one, we're doing a mix. So we're going to mix up 500 grams. So that's 250 grams times 2. So 250 grams of the part A, 250 of part B. We're using Alumilite Clear Slow, which is a weight. You want to do it by weight. Clear Slow. Do it by weight measurement. And that's it. All we're doing is just adding some clear resin to this. So it's a very simple thing. And then we'll slowly mix in these epoxy chips into our cup. And you want to mix it in. I think it's the best way to go. I wouldn't want to just dump this into the mold and then pour some resin on it. I just don't know that you're going to get resin on every side of these things. You know what I mean? I think that you're better off mixing it in a cup, in a cup full of resin, and kind of getting all of those little chips, you know, coated on both sides quite well. All right, so I got a giant cup here. We're going to zero that out. Let me stop real quick and see if there's anything going on. Fun cup. Fun cup. Yeah, I need a gigantic cup. Looks like an 80s album cover. Yes. So Tim was asking, do the chips tend to settle in the blank? Yeah, they're going to kind of settle down. They're in, you know, you saw the other one, right? I'll kind of give you an idea of what they look like in the end. They just kind of are. This is one that we made with the blue, white, gray, black. So, you know, you can see that they're kind of, they do end up having areas where they're kind of, they're sitting close to each other, and then there's some areas where they're kind of more flat looking in the blank. So, but once we get it in the pressure pot and everything goes, then it all just kind of, I'm pretty sure, I don't think it floated. I think it's settled, if I remember correctly. All right, so we got our thing zeroed out here. Let me get. I usually use I'm really annoyed because I really personally like those pumps. It's easier for me to sneak up on specific amounts with and all this, but I'll tell you what, for larger pours, you're way better off not using pumps. You'll sit there and pump it forever. All right, so I need 250 grams of Part A. So is anybody doing anything fun for May the 4th be with you day? 249.9, good enough. I ain't gonna get it any closer than that. Zero that out, and we'll go to our Part B. We need 250 grams of this. Always want to be careful on the second one. That one's easier to go over and there's not much you can do but add more Part A. All right, that's good enough, 250.4. Close enough for me. You have a little leeway, especially when you're talking point grams. All right, so we get our stir stick out here, mix this up nice and good. Somehow my thing got, let's see, let's scroll back down here. Philip, what's going on, man? Bubble bazooka, that's sweet. Yeah, I do that with my Alumilite white. I have separate bottles. I just usually, you can get kind of close. Well, I guess honestly, I usually use the pumps, so I don't really love the pouring out of the gallon jugs necessarily, but I think I'm done. I mean, those pumps cost like $10 or something each. Anyway, and so like I mean, it's just like I get it. It's just I've been using those, and I used to be able to sneak up, but I mean literally you would like when I would try and I would just kind of tap the pump, and it's just leaking like resin all over the place, and I'm like, okay, I'm already paying for the pump, then the pump's leaking resin everywhere, so I'm wasting resin, and I'm just like, okay, I think I'm done. I think that's it. We're just gonna toss these pumps and be done with them. Very disappointing. And Doug over at Pole Barn, he sent me some, I think they were the ones from like Total Boat. Total Boat sent him some. The problem was they only squirt out an ounce of resin each pump. So like you'd be sitting there for 3 hours trying to pump this stuff. I'm like, nope, done with this. Can't handle these things. So, okay, so we got our cup. Time to do a little bit of mixing here. Can you guys see what's going on? Is it a good view? Oh man, this is gonna be nuts. Look at that. Oh. Okay, so since we're doing, this is pretty much a kickback to the 80s here. What's you guys' favorite 80s song or band? Sometimes a specific song might be kind of hard to think of. So maybe like a band. And if you hate 80s music, what's your least favorite? Yeah, this bubble bazooka sounds pretty fun. Neon Fun Cup. Yeah, I know. Neon Fun Cup. ABBA. Nice. Wayward Son. There's a new Mandalorian tonight? No, there's not. It's not new, is it? Or are you just binging? Eagles. Rush. I love 80s music. I have an 80s playlist on my Apple Music thingy. I mean, realistically, I like all kinds of music. My biggest thing is I don't like music that's slow. So, you know, if it's, I don't know, there's certain types of music that I just get bored if it doesn't have a good beat, and kind of, I want something that's going to have a tempo to it, you know? Oh yeah, now we're getting thick and chunky. Now it's getting thick and chunky, guys. Almost thinking I maybe should have done 540 grams. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll do that on the next one and just kind of compare the differences. I think this is perfectly fine, but just want to make sure we got enough resin, you know? All right, I think that is mixed quite well. Let's pull out our thingamajig, our mold here. REO Speedwagon. Nice. Heart, that's a good one. Queen, nice. Hair metal, yeah, I like all kinds of stuff, honestly. See how much easier this is to just pour into a big bucket? Oh, you know one thing that I didn't really think about. Oh no, actually this should be right. We measured out the chips. So what's going on here? One thing that you're gonna want is a mold. Like you don't want to be using a 3/4. If you want to make pen blanks, don't go grab a 3/4 inch deep mold because that ain't gonna work too well. You need something a little bit deeper when you're doing weird things like this. Because what's happening right now, there's a lot of like little air bubbles and stuff that are taking up volume, space. There may be a little bit more resin than I need in here. Like I said, my initial thought was you don't really need as much resin because we got a bunch of stuff that we're putting in there, but looks can be deceiving with this kind of thing where you're like, oh my gosh, I totally filled the mold. And then you put it in the pressure pot and everything cures and you're like, oh wow, it's only 3/4 inch, you know, it's a lot lower than I thought it was going to be. So just, you know, make sure that you've got enough. This is a time to, you know, if you have to waste resin, especially, man, that is crazy looking. Especially on the first try, you know, you're better off wasting a little bit of resin than trying to make something perfect. All right, so I know this looks kind of terrible. There's a lot of little air bubbles kind of popping and stuff. So I'm going to grab a torch real quick just to kind of clear it up on the surface. This is going to be kind of nuts, I think. Oh man, so much fluorescence and neons. Oh darn. And we got a light that's shining on there. That's pretty sweet looking, I think. And I have links to where you can get these chips on Amazon, the neon ones, down in the show notes, and I'm going to drop a link into the description or into the chat here in a second. All right, so into the pressure pot we go. Let me switch to the other camera here. I'm going to switch to this camera so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So we popped it into the pressure pot. And again, I'm going to go to 70 psi. Always stay below the max psi on your pressure pot. My max is 80. I go to 70 in mine. And that way you're staying safe. Boom. Get that there. I'm going to wipe off my stir stick so we can use it next time. Okay, so that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy with those results so far. That's not going to work too well. Let me find another cup. I think we might have to just add a little bit of resin to Happy Fun Cup. Even if we don't have extra, I think we're going to have to add something because it's been like lonely. Yeah, they have a couple other colors too. So they do have pink. They do have like a red. They have green. I think I got yellow possibly. Let me grab that link for you guys. Oh, where did it go? Oh shoot, I lost it. Pretty sure I got a link. No, that's not it. Hold on. I got one somewhere. There it is. Fluorescent. Yeah, they got pink, orange, green, yellow, red, and blue. I just grabbed a few colors for the heck of it to try them out and see. So here's the link if you guys want to pick these guys up, those chips. Safety, schmafety. That's a tough one to say. Classic rock party. Nice. I'm going to switch to the intro view here. Bob Marley, yes, I love reggae. Actually, that's one of my go-to things. I got into Sublime, and then kind of branched off into other. That was like led me into the kind of sort of reggae-ish. I know Sublime's not exactly reggae, but that led me into reggae type things. Okay, so a couple other little announcements also before we keep going. So the Starlight and Micro Starlight glitter are on sale on my website right now. So I know this is a giant link, but it's the only way to just go to those two, the two things that are actually on sale, two products. So there's a link to that, and I'm going to show you guys for anybody that doesn't know what these things are. So it's kind of a Mother's Day sale, and we're doing a password or like a code word, discount code, and the code is GLITTERMOM for that, and you get 20% off right now on these things. So I'm going to do the overhead. So Starlight is the kind of we emptied our Starlight glitter. I think I have more. I don't have any more offhand, but you can see they're kind of big chunks. I need to refill my jug up here. So we got Starlight, and then the Micro Starlight is like super fine particles. All right, so those guys are available on my website. It's different size jars. I use bigger ones because Jen asked me to dump a whole jar in when we're doing casting things. So that's up there, and then the other thing is we have. If you didn't see the video yet, casting marshmallows video, you guys got to check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But in that video, I have I showed off the new 4-inch faux burl molds that I'm making and selling. So those are available. So we're doing like kind of a commercial break almost. So here's an overhead of it. So you can make this burl chunk and then recast it in a 4-inch PVC pipe. And it's really cool. I love making these faux burls. And I'm going to be coming out with some different sizes down the road. I just need to get the right burl chunk, you know. You got to get that perfect burl chunk that you can make a mold of. So let's see. What else is happening? Nothing else is going on. So the next one, we're going to do a second one. And I think on that one, maybe not all 3 colors. That was a little bit kind of crazy. I was actually kind of thinking maybe just do like blue ones with black, or, you know, like maybe just one color. I don't know. Maybe 2 colors, you know, do a little bit less. And then, but add black dye to the resin, or some kind of dye, I would think. Martian rabbit. I used it all on you. Yeah, I just need to fill it. I have a big bag of it over there somewhere. No, the burl molds are not on sale, unfortunately. Sorry about that. They are very expensive to make. So probably not going to have any sales on those things. Let's see. Let me just scroll up. Okay, didn't miss anything. All right, so I think, like I said, I think black is the best way to go, because it's like dark and it should expose these chips. So they're going to be kind of hidden, and they'll just be like little flecks of colors. Kind of what I don't know, is what I'm envisioning in my head, where it'll kind of come through the black maybe. I don't know. Now, one of the tough things about this is we can't really suspend it. So like we can't just add less and then, you know, have them suspended. Like maybe we could suspend some if we waited a really long time. That might be something worth trying out someday. But I don't want to do that in this one, I don't think, because it's going to be kind of hard to keep them suspended like that. Let's see. Worth a shot, yeah, I know. We could maybe try it. It's tough. The problem is, I think it's going to be really difficult to get the right amount to where like something like this with the black resin is letting enough through. So I think we're going to have to load it up. So we're going to go with black resin. And then, it's tough. I don't know. Let's do this. The first person to super chat gets to pick which color we go with. How about that? I don't know. That's kind of fair, right? First person. So I'm going to switch to the overhead cam. So we got orange. We got blue. And we got, I don't know. This might be like the yellow one. I don't think it's green. I think it's yellow, technically. Kind of looks green. Which one are we going to go with? First super chatter gets to pick what we do. Yeah, I like black, especially if you got like really bright colors. That's black or white is just a lot of times in a blank. Mark gets to pick. He was the first super chat. Sweet. Yeah, those two. If you're trying to like pop color off, white or black, just plain, usually works pretty good. Well, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. I'm happy to share. Happy to share. So which way are you going to go? You could even pick like 2. I don't think I want to do 3 colors, but we can do 1 or maybe 2, you know, however you want to do it. I need to get this camera remounted because this thing is ridiculous. Every time I touch, especially even when I'm stirring, it like bobs and wiggles. He's going with orange. Good call. Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good color combo. All right. I'm actually surprised at how much chips we got left. Like, it didn't really take a whole lot. Oh, Chris was late. Sorry, Chris. That's the only problem with doing it like first person to do something. Anybody after that gets kind of screwed. Okay, so we're gonna pull out a mold, but I appreciate the super chat. Oh man, you got I've created a monster. I apologize, guys. Sorry about that, but I do appreciate the support. All right, so we got our brick. This one has no mold release in it, so we're just gonna fill this guy up, see how much of these chips we're gonna need. That should be probably enough. Where did my line go? There's my line. Maybe just a little bit more just to make sure. Just in case it compacts or does something. So these things aren't very expensive either. I think they were like, I want to say, what does this link say? It was like 20 bucks. You might even be able to find it cheaper other places, but not too bad. And you get I think it's for I think it's this size bag. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a pound. For a pound of it, that's what I bought. So I mean, it'll go, a decent way. You'll get some blanks out of it. Okay, so now we got the same problem of how to get it into the cup. I think I'm just gonna grab and we're gonna use the human claw to get these guys out of here. Okay, let's see if I can. I can get another good chunk of it with my claw, and then dump it. And we didn't spill too much. Uh-oh, we got a yellow one in there. Well, I forgot to blow this cup out, so there was other ones anyway. It'll be okay, I think. There may be one or two little specks of color. Okay, so let's see. Let me switch back to the other. Where were we? There we are. Yeah, it's me. What's up, Kevin? Oh, that's no fun. Sorry about that, Chris. Now your bucket list is complete. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is, because it's kind of hard, I'm doing some different experiments. I want to see we're going to do 540 grams. I just want to see what comes out of the mold. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to mix up some colors for actually we can do that with the other two super chats. Actually, you guys can pick the fun cup colors. That'll be fun. All right, so let's see here. The next one we're doing 540 grams, 270 times 2. And then we're going to add black dye. I'm just going to put in like, I don't know, 1 or 2%. Let's just put in 5 grams of black dye. All right, so these are pretty simple to make. I mean, there's not a whole lot of moving parts or anything like that going on. So that is kind of makes things nice and easy. All right, so I've zeroed out the scale. Let's zoom out the camera. Whoa. Zoom the camera out a little bit. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Jen. Let me get a little wipey here. Okay, so 270. Went a little bit over. 271. That's okay. We'll put 271 of part B in. Oh, kind of messed that up. 542. That's what I need to go to. Usually I would zero that out. Perfect. Getting good at this just dumping out of the jug thing. Getting pretty good at it. Okay. Let's mix this up, get it going. Yeah, every once in a while you might find a surprise fleck in there. Or maybe not, you know. Depends on where in the pen blank it ends up. All right, so let's add our black dye. This is just a Lumelite dye. You can get it on their website. Don't forget affiliate links. If you use my affiliate link, you help support the show. It costs you nothing. You just got to click that link and it'll take you to the Lumelite website. And then they hook me up with a referral bonus because I sent you there. Pretty sweet deal. So don't forget the Lumelite affiliate, you know, those links. And the affiliate link is down in the description, as well as Turner's Warehouse is the same way, as well as Amazon. Pretty sweet deal. I like the affiliate programs because you know, you don't have to do anything. If you were going to shop on Amazon anyway, you just click my link and then it's no different for you at all. It's pretty sweet. So I always try to when I'm shopping for different stuff, I'll go and find someone else that has a link and try to get on Amazon through their link. The beauty of those things is it doesn't even matter. You don't have to like click on a specific like anything with any of those programs. You just click any link that takes you there, and then you get a like a referral bonus on whatever they check out with, like whatever their order is. So it's pretty cool. You can just find any link that's an affiliate link, and the creator gets, some of them are a little bit different than that, but Amazon's definitely that way, Turner's Warehouse, and Lumelite. Look at that. This is going to be pretty good. This is like a Halloween blank. Yeah, these are those like epoxy flooring chip things, but they're like fluorescent or neon. So there's a link if you want to play around with this stuff on your own. There's a link down in the description to these things. All right, so we got everything ready. Let's get our mold out. I had to think about what I was doing there. Put that right there. Let's get you guys zoomed in a little bit more. What do you think about that? Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh, we're not ready for that yet. We got to mix it into the, what am I doing? Got to mix it into our cup first. Jeez. Kind of just disappears so far. Once we get it all in there, though, I don't think it's just going to disappear. I hope these turn out pretty cool, like when you cut into it, you know? Reveals the speckles. Looks like tar right now. Ooh, yeah, I think that's going to be kind of cool. I don't know. We'll have to kind of see how this goes. Definitely going to be what I turn on Saturday. Because I have a feeling that it's not going to be very obvious unless you actually turn into one of these things. I can see a little bit of orange poking through in there. I need a little bit of light if I zoom in that far. Can you see a little bit of orange in there? Let me mix it up a little bit more. There's a little bit of orange kind of poking through here and there. But like I said, I think once this is, you know, actually cast and then turned, I think you're going to get that orange effect. I hope, anyway. It'd be kind of silly if it didn't work that way. Looks like tar, though, I'm telling you. Okay, now we're ready to pour. Let's do this. Okay, and we just dump it out. Bloop. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we didn't need 540 grams. Try and get all the chips that I can out of my cup here. You don't want to be short on chips. Tell you what, though, guys, this is way easier than messing around with those single blank molds. I think this is the way to go. Okay, so it doesn't look like anything. I don't even think I'm going to pop the bubbles on the top because I don't think you'd see anything. But just, you know that there's some orange stuff in there, and that was the whole point, is I'm hoping that the blank is actually kind of black, and then these little specks of orange come through. So kind of not super awesome to like, you know, to look at right there. Whoops, that's wrong. We'll go with that one again. I'm going to pop it into this pressure pot. There we go. And there we have it. I'm going to wipe off my stick, and then hopefully Chris, who was it? Let's see, Chris and Bill Lawson, you guys get to tell me what to put in the Happy Fun Cup. We almost have 2 Happy Fun Cups full now. Sometime, one live stream, I'm just going to have to turn the Happy Fun Cup. See what we get out of it, you know. All right. Let me switch to the intro for now. I'll wipe this guy off. So for anybody that doesn't know what Happy Fun Cup is, I added the happy part. You guys remember the Happy Fun Ball Saturday Night Live thing? That's where I got that from. Real quick, let me blow these things out so they're ready to be used when I'm ready. Okay. Out of there. That back there. Your options are anything that you want, literally. So here's the. I've been kind of playing around with this. I added a little bit on my own here and there. So we have a little bit of starlight, and then we have that crazy conglomeration of tons of starlight in the middle here. And then I don't know exactly what that is. More kind of starlight looking stuff. And then I added this little crazy thing that's got some interference violet with some black dye in there. So we need to fill the rest of this up. And then we already got this one done. Look at that. That's going to be crazy. So if you wanted, we could put, the tough thing is, it would be a little tough to do, well, I mean, we can do the epoxy chips. If both of you pick different things. You want to see that turn? Yeah, I know. Socks are far. Oh, I don't think the stuff's going to be dyed, the floor chips. These things are vinyl, so I don't really think that would work that way. Or I don't know, there's some sort of, I think they're vinyl. Gene doesn't know about this one. I think it's going to turn out cool. Ooh, your fun cup's got a big pine cone. That's a good idea too. I got the chips on Amazon. So there's a link in the description, but I have it pulled up, so I'll get you a link here and just drop it in the chat window if you want to check them out. Yeah, that's a good idea. Pencil cup, that's what I want to do. Great idea. Because I was actually thinking, I wanted to hollow this. I wanted to kind of do something like that, either make a box or do, but I like the cup idea because it's also kind of easy. I know boxes aren't that hard, but it does add a level of, unless you do a lot of them, which I don't, dealing with the lid and all that stuff, it's easier just to drill it out and shape the inside. Fire red. Nice. Do you want, we got, is it fire? There's brick red and there's, what's the other one? Divine Pigments has, what the heck? Where's the other red? Brick. Oh, I guess the other one's berry red. So it must be brick. Berry red. Fire red. I'm thinking maybe if we go with brick red and then add a little orange to it, maybe, or even just yellow. What is yellow and red? That's orange, right? Let's get our color wheel out just to double check that. You guys should get a color wheel if you don't have one. These things are really cool. So if we do, yeah, yellow, add red, gives you orange. So just a little bit of orange. So I'm not sure what the brick red, I think it's kind of dark. Well, a little bit on the darker side. So maybe add a little bit of orange or maybe a little yellow to that. But does that sound good? Just Divine Pigments, the opaque. The other thing that we have is, I've got some wine red mica. I wouldn't call that fire red. It's a little bit more on the kind of, I don't know what side. Not too dark. Yeah, so let's try to go with, I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to the red and just kind of tone it down into the more, you know, I don't know, a little bit, it should be a little lighter if you add the yellow to it. And then what do you want, Chris? You can have anything you want. Oh, small glitter and a dark green. The small, okay. The dark green. Let's see here. So the micro starlight glitter, and then let's see here. I think the easiest way to go is just go with the dye. This is a pretty dark. It ends up being fairly dark. So let's go with that. That'll be kind of transparent. So let's see here. We probably have, I don't know how much we're going to have left in this cup. So one of these cups is 16 ounces. So I'm thinking like, I don't know, we got 8 ounces left. There's a third of it almost. 6 or 8 for each one. Or, no, I guess that's the total. About 8. So maybe like 4 ounces. Which is... So let's mix up about 150 grams for each one of these. So I'm just going to mix up 300 in one cup and then dump out half. So we got our cup zeroed. Can you guys see? Not really. Let's zoom back out. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Let me get some more wipies. Yeah, well, so this one, this is actually from the Easter, the faux burl from the Easter. So this is a pretty big, excess right there. And I really messed up. I thought it held, so those silicone faux burl molds, I thought they held, and I was just going off of memory, and my memory sucks. I thought it was 600 grams, and it isn't. It's like 450 to fill this. And so I had a ton of that green left. So I don't know. So there's a couple pretty big pores in there that. And don't forget those faux burl molds are available on my website now too. All right, so we need 150 grams of part A. Pretty close, not too bad. Zero that out and go with some part B. Can I have your fun cups? Oh man. So we need another 150 here. Ooh. Ooh. Pretty close. We're within 0.2 grams. I'd say that's close enough. And let's see here. I'm just going to use these sticks. Get this stuff mixed up. So that's going to be way too much, but we'll have another fun cup started, basically. I don't know what I was thinking. We really only needed 150 total, maybe. That's okay. That's what fun cups are for. I might have to just start selling fun cups. That's just going to be my business. I'm just going to call it funcups.com. Yeah, for the planets. Funcups.com. What do you think? Think that's taken? I don't know if it's worth Googling that. That may land you in some malware. If you're gonna do it, I would recommend doing it incognito or in a private browser window. Fun cups. No, it's turning blanks. You can make pencil jars. Okay, so that's pretty good. Zero this out. We'll put 150 in there. or so. Doesn't really matter. $149.9. I'm going to call that good enough. Okay, so let's try this green. I'm just going to put like a small drop. So let me zoom in a little bit more. I can't talk. A little bit more. There we go. I need to get a light on this thing. Oh, stuck that right in the resin. That's okay. Okay, so you guys can see kind of, it's not very bright though. Kind of like me. Let's see if that's a little bit better. I mean, I guess I have the hot shoe. I could probably, yeah, that's a little better, I think. Okay, so we're just going to do a little bit of just a little bit right off the bat here. Just to see, and we'll sneak up on the color that we want. So that's kind of dark. But I think we want it a little darker, huh? Another drop. That's getting there. So, you know, you also have to think, you know, what's going to be how thick is this going to be in the end? It'll be thinner than this. So let's go for one more drop. The first drop was very small drop. The second and third drops were, you know, like a drop. Great measurements. Let's go for one more. Four drops. 3.5. Added a little extra on that. So we're just going to call this 4 drops. I think that's pretty good. And then we'll add a little bit of micro starlight. I love this stuff. Excuse me, I love this stuff. You don't even need a lot necessarily, but we're going to give it a good scoop. Give it a nice scoop there. I love this stuff. One of my favorites with the micro starlight is just with black resin. See, look at that. Oh man. That is some sparkly goodness. Let me get my hand out of the way. Oh, it's not wanting to pick it up. There it goes. I don't think you can see that so well, but it really is cool. Let me see if I can get, if I get a, let me see if I get this light over the cup. Let's see if that fixes the shot here a little bit more, so you can see in there. Well, let's see. There you go. It's a little bit better. Look at those little sparkles. Get my hand out of the way. It's kind of hard to pick up. Yeah. It's kind of hard, but it is looking pretty good. Let me lower the light intensity a little bit here. And I want to get this other one ready, like set up. Because I'm thinking we can do a little bit of a mix type thing, maybe. I don't know. All right, so let's go with, we're going to go back to the scale. Whoa. I'm going to go back to the scale here. I'm going to get this light kind of like that. There we go. So let's zero this out. Let's put in, what is it, 150? So let's put in a gram of this brick red. I got to shake it up first. First you got to shake these things. Glitter and neon? I know. I know. All right, so I got a gram of the dye in there, or the red, and we're gonna mix this up. So that's, I don't know, that's not too bad, but we can maybe brighten that up a little bit, Make it just a little bit more like kind of fire engine red, fire red. I don't know if I have anything in here. And so what I'm gonna do, I don't even need to weigh this, I don't think. We're just gonna add a drop and see. See what that does to this. That's a little bit more in the orange spectrum, kind of brighter. Let's add one more. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe just like one more. That's looking pretty good. That's pretty fiery. Zoom in just a little bit here. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell because my camera, the lights are kind of reflecting weird, but it's pretty good. I think that's kind of fiery. I don't know, maybe let's try one more. Let's just, I'm getting nuts. I'm gonna add one more drop. Just see where that goes, See where that takes us. The danger zone. It could take us to the danger zone. Oh, I'm liking that. I think that was good right there. Just a little bit of, just a little bit more in the orange area. Fun cups are fun for everybody. Yeah, green with starlight. It's starlight, micro starlight. Got to get the branding on point there. Yeah, that would be a pretty cool hybrid bowl. Okay, so let's see what temperature we're at. $96, $98. I think we're gonna go into the hundreds here on this because it's still a little bit on the thinner side. So I'm thinking like 110, 105 to 110. It'll be kind of thick at that point. I want to go for as much separation as possible. Oh, that's cool. Custom neon swirl paint finishes on guitars. Yeah, the thing is, I don't think red mic is really going to do much in this. It's going to kind of not really show up. So I think it'll be kind of cool like this. We could add micro starlight. I don't, that might, who knows? Who knows what would happen if we did that? What's my slogan? Eric's here. What's up, man? That was you that bought one of the silicone faux burl molds, right? If it is you, it's going to be a little bit longer, maybe a little bit longer than a week, because I actually ran out of silicone. Those were a little bit more popular than I expected. So we're at 103, 103 or so now. So just to let you know. But I got the order in. I'm just waiting for it to get here now. We're at 106 there. Micro starlight into the red. All right. Let's see what happens. Just because Jen said so. I always listen to Jen. Let's see what a little bit of starlight does. I don't think I've ever actually added the micro starlight to the divine pigments. That's pretty cool. Let's add a little bit more. Just has a little bit of sparkle to it. Kind of popping through. Do you see that? Kind of looks like bubbles. It looks maybe on the screen there. All right, so I think that we're probably in the range of let's pour it pretty soon here, right? Get our pour on. Let's see what the temperature is. Oh, that one's only 108. We were gonna wait till 110. This one's at 1. It's so weird. That one's at 112. Maybe because this has some dye in it. 109. I think we're there. It's kind of like ketchup with sparkle in it. This is like Christmas. Christmas ketchup and green. Hopefully you guys can see what's happening here. All right, I think Fun Cup is about it. It's Fun Cup has reached its limit. So I'm just going to wipe this Fun Cup off a little bit here so it's not just all gross everywhere on the outside. And we're going to start Fun Cup number 3 right here. You saw it here, folks. Fun Cup 3. And I'm going to give that a little bit of a... Yep. There you go. Crazy. Crazy awesome. All right, so I'm going to just kind of put this aside over there. Get these guys off. I think we did it, guys. I think we got it. So let's see here. Does anybody have any questions before we wrap things up? Not too long today. Pretty quick. Ah, you see the sparkles when I pour, yeah. No one likes the flat Fun Cups. That's funny. Ah, mystery box Fun Cups. That wouldn't be a bad idea. That would be pretty cool, actually. Yep. Oh, good job, Kim. And then I'll have to make another one so that I can turn one. You know. I'm telling you though, funcups.com. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Let's see here. Jen wants more of the sparkle. right, I don't see any questions rolling in. So again, the Starlight Glitter is on sale right now till, I think it's till the 8th. Yeah, I think it's through the 8th. Is that right? What did I do? Let me double check on that. Hold on. I can look it up. It's in our newsletter. Through May 9th. Through May 9th, it looks like. So the Starlight and the Micro Starlight glitters are both on sale through the 9th on my website. Here's a link. It's a super long link, but it'll take you to the 2 that are on sale. So what you want to do is you're going to type into the, like when you're checking out to get the discount, you're going to type Glitter Mom, because it's kind of a Mother's Day type sale. So that code word, that discount code, will get you 20% off on the micro and the regular Starlight glitters right now until the 9th. And then those 4-inch faux burl molds are on sale. They're not on sale, but they're for sale on my website. So we'll just drop some links here before we get going here. Boom, right there. So the 4-inch, you know, and those are so you can make a faux burl. And then what you would do is, so you would make, this is the master. This is actually a piece of wood. So I copied this, and so you got your mold, which will make something that looks like this, but it'll be resin, and then you can recast this in a 4-inch PVC pipe and make yourself, you know, like a sphere blank or an egg or anything that you want to, you know, cast. And so they're pretty fun. I really enjoy making those things, but the 4-inch, those molds are for sale on my website right now. And I got that link. And is there anything else? So, and then all the other links to the epoxy chips, the resin, I don't know, anything else I could think of are already in the description below. So be looking for that. Let's see here. Twister number 2. Oh man. Stay safe. Duck and cover. Yeah, these fun cups are going to have some air bubbles in it because I'm using Alumilite Clear Slow, and especially if you're going to wait till the end, they'll have a little bit of bubble in it, but I don't know. The thing is, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, you know, in the end. You wouldn't really want that in most things, but for something like, you know, a fun cup, I don't think it's going to be too bad. But you can just pop it in your pressure pot, you know, with whatever else, and that is an easy way to deal with it. Problem is, I need to use my pressure pots for making inventory stuff, so unless I remember to put it in while I'm doing it, it doesn't work. So, all right, guys. So I think we're going to wrap it up. So on Saturday, I think I want to do one of those black ones with the orange and see what those things look like. I think we got a pretty good idea what the other ones look like. They look like the 80s, basically. So those things, you know, will be done, but I think we'll turn up one of the orange and black ones. That should be pretty fun. And just because I'm curious, I want to see what they look like, because if they are terrible, then we need to know, right? But I think that we're going to have a pretty good idea. I don't think it's going to be too much of a stretch of the imagination to think what the super crazy mix, you know, in clear is going to look like. And then let's see, is there anything else going on? I don't think so. That's all I can think of right now, guys. So I appreciate y'all coming out and hanging out with us while we do a little bit of experimenting, having some fun with some resin. I hope that you guys get in your shops tonight or, you know, over the next couple days, get creative and have some fun with resin. Everybody has fun with it. And make a fun cup. Why not? Because, you know, it's there. So let's see here. I think that's about it. Anyway, guys, so have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys all hopefully on Saturday. And the Saturday stream is at noon Pacific time. So I hope to see you there, and we'll see how these things turn out.